I'm going to walk you through how I edited this photo of my dog Coda. We got the little Codies right here. What's up, big dog? We went on a walk fall morning. I shot this on an A7R4 with Zeiss 85mm prime at 1.8 or 1.4, something like that. Wide open, plenty of bokeh. For an image like this, it was taken during the fall, and we want to boost it. Like, we want to make this fall. We're going to take this exposure. We're going to bring it up a little. It was a little underexposed. I had to shoot it fast because he's a dog, and he was running around like a psycho. We're going to boost his temperature up because we want that nice warm feel. We're not going to go too far because we're going to push it a different spot later. Bring this vibrance up a hair. To really make a photo look how you want it to look, it's all in the color. So we're going to take this color, and in the color mixer, this is a fall photo. We don't want any greenery. We want oranges, yellows, reds, those fall leaf colors to really give it some pop. So we're going to kill any green. So we're going to kill the saturation there. We're going to go in the yellows. We're going to tint them a little oranger, and we're going to boost the saturation here. Maybe up the luminance just a hair. Go in the oranges. We really want these oranges to pop. Reds, same thing. We want some red. Bring up the luminance of it. This is just a balancing act of getting that right combination of colors to give you the look that you want. We don't have any blues, purples, or pinks, so we're not even going to bother with those. But as you can see, even just an exposure bump, a temperature adjustment, and a color mix, we're already looking pretty good. We're going to take a step further, and we're going to individually edit our subject and our background. So we're going to use these relatively new AI-based tools in Photoshop and Lightroom to edit. Click on select subject and it will. Before, you had to spend the time to cut it out. It took forever. It was awful. We have an almost perfect selection of our dog. We're going to adjust this a hair we're going to add to this because it missed his legs here. Just going to paint it in. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just getting the gist. We're going to make another mask of the background. Same thing. We're going to subtract the legs. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to edit our subject first. We're going to boost his exposure just a little bit further. We're going to up the contrast. And then I like to kill the highlights, boost the shadows, and then make up the ground in your whites and blacks. Highlights and shadows is like a minimal adjustment, and then your whites and black adjustments will pull your darkest darks and your lightest lights away, giving it even more contrast. And you make up that adjustment with the shadows and highlight fine-tune. We're going to boost his temperature just... you know what? We're going to leave his alone. So the biggest trick into getting your photos to pop is a separation between the subject and the background. And there's a million ways to do this. You could do it using color, exposure, sharpness, contrast, temperature, any number of things. And for this one, we're going to use mostly color temperature. So we're going to leave his temperature alone, leave him his natural color. That looks how he looks. For dogs, texture tool is pretty awesome. It really gives their fur that pop, especially if you're shooting on a camera like the A7R4 where there's so much data. So I'm going to go over this background, drop the exposure just a hair, up the contrast. We're going to pull the highlights down, pull the shadows up just a hair, up the whites, up the blacks, same deal, extra contrast. And then we're really going to push this color temperature to make it much warmer than our subject, creating separation. We might add a little clarity, a little extra depth in there, a little texture. So as you can see, these adjustments already were... massive difference. You post this on social media, it's just somebody's picture of their dog. Post this, it's gonna catch some eyes. Eyes make or break a photo. And if your eyes are in focus and sharp, that is priority number one. And then once you have those sharp eyes, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna make them better. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna create another mask. And we're going to use a brush tool, and we're just going to create a new mask around his eyes. And we're going to boost the sharpness. We're going to crush these blacks just a little, make it nice and deep. Bring up the exposure to really bring out those human eyes that he has. You can see here that even just this adjustment, it really brings the photo to life. Like, you look like it feels like you're looking him right in the eyes. We're going to head back over to our full photo adjustments. We're going to add a little bit of vignette. I like to add just a hair of vignette on these photos because it pulls your eyes even further towards your subject right in the middle. It's not a tool you should always use, but if your subject is in the middle, like headshots or something like this, or something where you really want your viewer's eyes to go right to the middle, it's a great tool to kind of zero in on that middle. There you have it. Pretty easy way to make your fall photo look super fall. The fall that everybody imagines fall as, using color mixing, masking, creating separation between your subject. Keep messing with it. Keep tweaking. Yeah. Good luck. Give me a kiss. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.